Did you know that? Did you know that just America alone, Americans alone, not spend over $1 billion in over 100 million ties, and in the end, that's a lot. Today I'll tell you the origin of ties and how they came to be. I'll show you on how to tie a simple half Windsor knot, and then I'll tell you a couple of tips and weird, interesting facts about ties. First, the origin of the tie was back in about 1618. There was war, the 30 Years' War between most of Europe, and Croatian soldiers in that war, they worked as mercenaries, and so they wore little kind of handkerchiefs, stuff like scarves around their neck, and French soldiers kind of took that fashion and eventually it was brought up to King Louis the 14th, and from there it became kind of a symbol. The tie was kind of a symbol of nobility, and from there it spread all across Europe, the UK, France, Germany, and yeah, and then later it spread across America in the 1800s, 17. Yeah, and then it goes to what it is today. Now I'll show you how to tie a simple half Windsor knot. Okay. Generally, more fancier knots, you want to have the skinny part more room, but in this one it's mostly the wider end is going to be more, so on most collar shirts there's a little pocket right about here, or so about at the pocket. You put the thing in a cross, kind of like this, and then you have the long part go kind of under and then over, in a way, kind of like this, under and over the little skinny part, and then there's a little loop here. Then from there it goes in between your neck and the little knot up, and then from there it goes into this little loop. Okay, into this little loop, and just pull it, and from there you take the little skinny end, and while pulling the skinny end you push this up, and like, yeah, you have it like that. Did it backwards. Okay, pretend this is the front part. You know, usually there's a clip to keep this here, and just put the collar down and you're ready for whatever party, whatever. Third part, some special facts about it. Oh yeah. There's some people in the world that are known to collect ties, and okay, they're called a grab-at-ologists, and they, yeah, as their pastime, they just collect ties. For a professionally made silk tie. It takes about 110 silkworms to make one, and hundreds of millions of ties are made each year, so that requires a lot of that. There are approximately 177,000 plus ways to knot kind of to tie, which there's probably about 100 more common ways that most people use. You can buy a type of bulletproof tie that could stop up to a 9mm bullet, but probably. When you have the tie on and like done with a long day of work, never just yank the tie off because it would damage you and the tie. Just when it's on, just have the end where it was shortest and just pull that out, and it should just unravel on its own. The richest tie in the world was, the most expensive tie in the world was $222,000, and it consisted of about 170 tiny diamond pieces and about like 30 grams of gold. And yeah, I just told you the origin of the tie, the how to tie, simple half Windsor, and some facts about it. And if you didn't know how to tie a tie before this day, now you do, and if you forget it ever, there's Google.